Hello and welcome to today's video, which is going to be an update for the Pie Project Pan, or Pan in Everything Project Pan. This is a group collab. This was created by Jessica, and there are also other panners doing this. I will link everybody down in the description box. The whole point of this project is to pick 4 to 5 items at a time, try to hit pan, and then roll it out for something else. The ultimate goal would be to have pan in everything in our collection, and I definitely do want to have as much pan as possible. This is a whole lot of fun. I really do like this one. And there isn't as much pressure as to completely finish the product as well. And I have 4 items going at a time. I hit pan on 2 this time. I was very surprised. I really did not think that that would happen, but that means that I will be rolling 2 new items in. If you are interested, I do have a whole project pan playlist. I'm doing a lot of projects right now. And yeah, hopefully I will be finishing some up in the next month or 2. And I'm also doing a Pan That palette. So you can check those out. I will link those in the description box, and let's get started. I'm going to begin with the 2 items that I have not yet hit pan on, and both of them are highlighters. And I've been using them pretty consistently. One I've probably been using more than the other one. The first up is Urban Decay Sin Highlighter. And this dip has looked like this for months. I've been using this very regularly. This is probably the highlighter that I wear the most. I do sometimes layer it with other highlighters, but yeah, there is a dip happening, but I know that a lot of you guys have told me that this is something that takes a very long time to hit pan on. I've been working on this for several months. I can't even remember. I feel like I've been working on this for at least 4 or 5 months, using it multiple times a week, and still no pan. I mean, clearly there is a dip happening, but we shall see. I'm going to still work on this. I really do enjoy this highlighter. It's very similar to Mary Luminizer, but this is a bit darker. Mary Luminizer is lighter, and I am wearing some Mary Luminizer mixed in with another highlighter today. And then the next one is I've been working on the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. This one I have not used as much as the Urban Decay, but I do probably use this one maybe 1 to 2 times a week, kind of depending. And I'm trying to hit pan on a kitty cat here. There is definitely a dip happening. It's not, major or anything like that. I don't think that I'm getting anywhere close to hitting pan on this. I have hit pan on another glow kit, one of the ones in the 4 pan, the sun dipped one. And I think those pans are larger than these, but it's still a pretty tightly packed formula. And that one took me a really, really long time to hit pan on. It was, I don't know, I think it took me over 6 months. We shall see how this goes. I'm still using it. This is a pretty dusty formula though, I will say, whereas the other glow kits are not as dusty as this formula. It gets kind of messy. I don't know if you can tell. Some of Kitty Cat is like covering up this one here. But yeah, there's definitely a dip happening. We'll see. I think these 2 highlighters are going to be in this project for quite a while, but that's okay. I love them. They are 2 of my favorite highlighters, therefore I don't mind. Alrighty, let me talk about the 2 products that I have hit pan on. And the first one, I just put this in at the last update. This is a deluxe size sample of the IT Cosmetics By Pores Pressed Powder. There's not a ton of product in here, and yes, I have hit pan, pretty decent sized pan. This is something I'm planning on continuing to work on this, not in this project obviously, but there's 0.08 ounces in here, which is not a ton for a pressed powder, obviously. But I mentioned in another video, I really do want to use this up because I got this as a 100-point perk from Sephora, and I totally regretted it because a week after I got this, they changed their point system to where you can get money off your purchases. It's not a lot, it's not great. I think 500 points gets you $10 off, but still, honestly, I would rather do that than get these deluxe size samples, unless it's something I really, really wanted to try. This is something I've actually owned in a full size before, and I like it. It's a really nice pressed powder. I mean, it's not wow, amazing, wonderful, but I do like it. And yes, I'm going to continue to work on this, but not in this project. So I will be rolling in something new. And then I hit pan on an eyeshadow palette. I am very excited. I hit a second pan on my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This palette was in the very first round of this project, and at that time I had hit pan on this shade right here, and then I rolled it out for several months, and then I did bring this one back in. I think it's a couple months ago, and I hit pan on this shade. So yeah, kind of a funny looking pan if you can see it there, but it is there. These two shades, I mean, I know I've talked about this palette before. On my eyes, these two look nearly identical. I realize one is a bit more pinky, one is a bit more warm, but they are so similar on the eyes. It's a little redundant, but I do like the quality of this palette. And I do hope at some point to work on it again and try to hit some more pans. But I think for now, I'm really happy with one new pan. This one I already had. Still enjoy this palette. I do like the formula, and I'm happy to have another pan. Also, this is one of my older eyeshadow palettes. It's not super old, but I've had it for almost 3 years, not quite. I did buy this when it very first came to Ulta, so it is the nicer packaging, which I like. And yeah, I still do enjoy this palette, and I'm really happy I hit pan on it. Since I hit pan on those two things, I will be rolling into new items, and I really was not sure what to add. I knew it couldn't be a highlighter because I'm already working on those two highlighters, and there's another highlighter I'm working on in another project, so no, could not be highlighter. And I debated adding a bronzer, but then I just thought, I don't know. I just feel like that would take so long, and I'm not really in the mood to pan a bronzer right now. And I picked two more eyeshadow palettes. So the first one is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, the Ring the Alarm one, which I do actually really like this one. I really wish, okay, this is unrelated, but I would love if this palette had been like these, where they are this size. This is like the perfect size of an eyeshadow palette. Anyway, side note, I'm not sure which eyeshadow I want to work on though. I'm kind of debating maybe this dark purple. I really do like that one a lot. Maybe one of the shimmers. I'm not sure. What I'm going to do is just kind of start using it and kind of see how I feel. And then something else I do is I kind of see what works well with other eyeshadows that I'm panning, because currently I'm doing pan that palette, and I'm also trying to hit pan on 2 different eyeshadows in my roulette pan collab. And I'm also doing my using my eyeshadow palettes project, which is a purely usage. So I'm kind of rotating in some palettes with that. I'm going to just kind of see how it goes. But even though I would not buy these Morphe palettes, you know, if they came out now, I do enjoy them. And then we have the Anastasia Norvina palette. This is the original Norvina palette, and this is one of my favorite palettes. Sadly, I have not used this one like at all, I don't think in 3 months, which is really unfortunate. Therefore, I thought it would be good for this project. I do already have pan on 3 shades, and I love this palette so much. It's so beautiful. Rose Gold, I do have a pretty good dip already going on that shadow. So that's kind of the one that I'm thinking about working on. And it's actually, I think, my favorite eyeshadow in this entire palette. Another color I really love is Volatile. This is a really unique purpley gray cool toned shade, and I don't have anything similar to that in my collection. Yeah, hopefully I will also use some of the other eyeshadows, but I do think Rose Gold is the one that I want to hit pan on, since I've already used this one quite a bit. That is it for this update. I'm really excited that I had 2 new pans. I really did not see that coming. I've been working on that Jaclyn Hill palette for quite a while, and that shade already had a pretty big dip going in it before I even put it in this project. But that It Cosmetics powder, I guess I didn't think I would hit pan that quickly, but it is a deluxe size sample, so it makes sense. As I mentioned, I'll continue to work on that powder, but it just will not be in this project, and I'm going to work on my 2 new palettes. We'll see how it goes. That is it. If you're interested, I'll link my Project Pan playlist in the description box, and also the other people that are doing this project. That is it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.